Good afternoon to all of you. How are you today? Welcome to this greeting, this research and emerging trends meeting. I hope you are well today. So before starting with our interventions, I am going to check attendance. Okay, so I'm going to start with Milady Rincon.
Hello, everybody. Good afternoon.
Freddy Molina.
Hi, everybody.
Sorry, Freddy Molano. Sorry, Freddy Molano. Okay. Ana Milena Acosta.
Hi, everybody.
Lader Garcia.
Hello, mates.
Marelvin Rojas.
Hi, everyone.
And me, Ana Milena Hernandez. Okay. So this session will be recorded by the teacher, Marelvin Rojas. Okay. Am I right? Yes? Okay.
Sure.
All right.
Okay.
So I need you to turn off your microphones, please. And the person who is going to participate, please turn on the micro, right? So in our screen, we are gonna have something about the spiral methodology. So please, the person who is in charge of sharing the screen.
Yes.
Okay.
I'm going to be doing that. Yes.
All right. Sorry. Okay. So let's start with the questions. All right. Let's start with the questions. Question number 1. What does the holistic research state about the different paradigms and typologies of research that have existed and have been traditionally considered as opposite? Okay, the person who wants to share something about this question, go ahead.
Me, please.
Okay, Marelvin.
First of all, I would like to talk about holistic in a general level. This current refers to the whole in its relation with its parts, the interrelationship of all beings in the world. From this emerged in research as a contribution to search for the emancipation of scientific knowledge. However, different epistemic models in research are seen as different ways of perceiving the same reality. It means complementary aspects of the overall investigative process. Based on this, holistic research is based on the fact that scientific knowledge is not qualitative or quantitative. In this research, both methods may be complementary to each other, implying that the use of one does not exclude the possibility of employing the other when it's considered necessary. Finally, I can say that for the holistic research, a paradigm is neither true or false. They are only different ways of understanding reality from different points of view. That is to say that each of us can perceive reality in different ways and also locate the root of that perception.
Okay, so are you done? So you're done, okay? Marelvin, did you finish your intervention?
Yes,
okay, Marelvin, thank
you very much.
For the rest of the colleagues, if there is something to add, if you want to participate. Okay, nobody wants to participate. Okay, so now let's continue with question number 2. How can you explain the principles of holistic research? So who wants to answer this question?
Okay, so I would like to answer that question.
Okay, Freddy Molano. Okay, go ahead.
So I think it's connected to the previous intervention. So about the first question, yeah, it is pretty similar. So I'm gonna try to be concise in order to explain the 6 principles. Um, we have 6 principles, yeah, and they try to to discuss about how holistic research is done. So what are the main characteristics of the holistic research? The first holistic or principle of holistic research is the unity of the whole. So in this case, the research process seems as a continuous process, but it's not a linear process, it's a complex one. So in this case, the researcher is the person who delimits any interest about the research itself, but it's considered as a whole. The second principle is called the principle of simultaneity and synchronicity, and it describes the relationship between the phenomenal and it's a causal relationship. So it means it's not the normal relationship like cause and effect. So in this case, it's different as this system is more complex. So the next one is called the principle of integrality, and it covers multiple dimensions. So I think Marvin said something about that. It is about that the research is connected to social context, also historic one, some implications, and is immersed in an ethical system from the researcher. So it's impossible to disconnect some values and emotions or attitudes from the researcher. Then we have the principle of open possibilities, in which we have chaology and cosmology. This is a process not described as a recipe, so it's impossible to to develop a holistic research like a recipe, like first step, second step. It's impossible. So it is a complex way to see it. And for that chaology, then we have two systems. First of all, the chaology system, who is a disorganized and complex system in which the researcher is the person who is observing and taking notes and trying to understand the phenomena, just like that. And there we have the cosmological system that is a little bit more harmonious and also systematic, in which the researcher delimits the topic of interest and he's just trying to analyze, but is a little bit more organized. And finally, there we have here we have two principles, but I'm going to describe one, the principle of complementarity and syntagmas. So these syntagmas appear to be a solution, no? To find a solution to research questions from different point of view. As in this case, and it's connected to the first question, the reality, and there is no one reality. There is no one answer, so there are many ways to see the reality, different points of view, and the syntagma in this case is the holistic approach to research that just try to put all the points of view to try to find a solution. And the last one is the holistic spiral and holistic path that I think is related to the next question. So I would like that the next question just develop this topic. Okay.
Okay, Freddie, thank you. Thank you for your ideas, for your thoughts. So as you said, we are going to continue with the question number 3. What does the holistic research cycle for a spiral mean? So the person who wants to share something about this, You have the floor.
Yes, thank you, Anna. I would like to expand on this topic that our classmate, our dear Freddy was talking about the principles. So I would like to talk about a little bit about this one. So to do so,
Okay.
I would like to share my screen. So just give me a sec, please. Yeah, I'm gonna share. I
Okay.
would like to share with you the spiral. Okay. Just give me 1 second. Okay, so can you see it now?
Yes, of course.
Yes, okay, thank you. So based on those principles, categories, okay? So these categories are considered the objectives or the holistic research. So as you were saying before, the holistic research is universal, is systematic, is innovative. So this spiral gives us the way to continue with that objective of the research. And it is also to mention that it is also important to mention that every circle the spiral has a process. What does it mean? That little circle needs to go to a process of the 10 categories. Some of those 10 categories are describe, explore, compare, analyze, give opinions, predict, explain, assess, confirm, and modificate. So to do that process, to make it complete, we need to go step by step, level by level. And this gives us the insight of the cycle or the holistic research in a more complex way. So that's what I wanted to say about this spiral, just to expand a little bit on the principles that our friend was explaining to us previously. Thank you.
Okay. Thank you, milady.
Okay.
So,
okay.
Okay, so let's continue with question number 4. What are some other features of the holistic research? So let's continue with the next partner.
Okay, this is my question. Yes,
Okay,
let's
Ana
start with
Milena
a
Costa.
concept of the holistic research. Yes, let's start with a concept to be more in context. The holistic research is an interdisciplinary, global, evolutionary, and organized process that attains great significance from scientific aspects to other social and human areas. Okay, the holistic research tries to integrate the best aspects or elements that social or philosophical research or study can contribute to the investigation. So we can say that any of them are more important. Each research or study has the same importance. None of them are superior. But what is the most important aspect in the holistic research? That the researchers can discover the different stages of the creative process. Creative process is essential when doing holistic research. And researchers are able to discover their potentialities and be more creative and effective. This is going to be reflected on the evaluation process because the results that will be shown are going to be effective and creative after finishing the research. So let's make a conclusion. There are 3 principal components. First, the integration of the different methodological trends or studies, the discovery of the stages of the creative process, obviously the conclusions or the conclusions in the evaluation will be more effective and creative. That's my contribution. Thank you very much.
Okay, thank you, Ana Milena. Is there something to add? Someone who wants to add something to it? Okay. No, so let's continue with question number 5. Which of the new concepts or ideas related to this approach didn't you understand? Ask your mates and professor about them. Okay, in relation with this question, I found it difficult to understand the word symptom and the word concatenated. So those were the words that I didn't understand at the first time, for the first time, but then when I continued reading, like I had like a better understanding or an idea about what those concepts meant in that moment. So do you have anything to say? Another word that you haven't understood?
So
Concept.
it's not that I didn't understand, but I would like to go deeper on the topic about the principles, since they are like really interesting and important for our research. So I would like maybe in the future to have another discussion about the topics, or maybe in a group session with the tutor. I would like to talk about that topic and to have a bigger insight of that.
So you mean the holistic research, the topic as such, holistic research?
Yeah, the principles of
Yes.
the holistic research.
Okay, the principles. Okay. Anyone else?
No, I think it's okay, but I would like to know a little bit more about syntagmas, because I know and I understand that they are in the principle of complementarity, and they are kind of unity or a system to put like two different approaches or methodologies in just one way, in one objective. So I would like to know a little bit more about it.
Okay. Anyone
Well,
else?
me, please.
Marelvin, all right.
I agree with Milady. This is an interesting topic, but it has a lot of things to study and research. I would like to know a little less about it because it's so interesting the way like it's combine quantitative and qualitative methods. Then I would like to know more about it.
Okay, and now we are going to continue with our last question, which is, do you consider this approach of research is innovative? Why? Okay, I'm going to answer this question. I think this methodology, this type of research is innovative because instead of making comparisons between methodologies, it is based on taking advantage of all the paradigms to complement the research process. Besides, nowadays the holistic research is considered an original tool because it doesn't focus on prescribed and traditional paradigms, or it doesn't adopt any epistemic postures. Instead of criticizing those postures or paradigms, the holistic methodology seeks to integrate and recapture all those paradigms in the knowledge. So what is important here is not which paradigm to use or to defend, but to work together for a common goal. All right. So this is my contribution according to the holistic research.
Okay.
So who wants to add something?
I want to add something.
Okay, ladder.
Yeah. Why is it innovative? Well, because it's a dynamic and creative procedures that allow allow gathering new knowledge and changing and complementing previous one. This encourages scientific advancement. So it's important too because work for a new system of values, culture, making real researches were objective and discipline to create a sustainable future based on scientific knowledge. So it's methodical, universal, systemic, clear, communicable, and applicable. Methodical because it has its own procedures, it's organized and planned. So those procedures are being perfected with experience and new knowledge. Universal since the result obtained contribute to increase the social, scientific, cultural heritage of humanity. Systematic because the ideas, the knowledge, the information obtained through research are logically connected to each other, trying to form harmonious and coherent whole. It's clear, concise, precise, communicable, applicable, because its results are useful and provide concrete contributions that contribute to the growth of human beings in various aspects of their life. So for me, it's innovative in those cases. Thanks.
Okay, I want to add something which is very important, and it is that this type of research includes everything that has to do with values, emotions, feelings, as some other partners said before. So I think that we are done. So are you in agreement? Something to add before finishing the session, colleagues?
Everything okay?
Okay, that's all.
Everything is okay.
Everything okay.
Thanks. Okay, colleagues, thanks to all of you for your active participation. So see you in another session. So
Okay,
I
see you.
hope.
Thank you very much.
Okay, so
See you
Okay.
later.
thank you to all of you.
Okay,
Okay,
goodbye.
Thank
Bye.
you.
Thank you.
Bye.